Are you looking to purchase a home in this market, having trouble getting your offer accepted because of the lack of supply, high buyer demand, you're up against multiple offers? Even when you're overbidding, you're waiving certain things, you're still not making progress and wondering what you can do to get your offer accepted. I have a lot of viewers reaching out to me, commenting on videos, sending me emails, asking what can we do to help our offer stand out in this market? And that's what we're going to spend today's video talking about. Recently, over the past week, I was actually at a real estate conference that I do once a year, networking with, top real estate agents in the country. In fact, this group sells 1 out of 8 homes in the United States. So these are high producing real estate agents all across the country. And it's a question that I pose to many of them, asking what are you doing to help your clients' offers get accepted in this market? Because you guys are asking me, I want to provide you with good feedback, good content that you can use to help your offer get accepted. So today's video, we're going to talk about many of the things that came back. Now, many of these things you've heard me say in other videos, but there's also some out of the box creative things that people are proposing as part of their offers, and it's making headway. But there was one commonality in almost every single offer getting accepted in this market, when they weren't doing crazy things like waiving everything and giving everything away, which we're going to talk about at the end. But before we do that, I want to take a minute and introduce myself. My name is Jeb Smith. I'm a real estate broker here in Southern California. And my channel is all about real estate, helping guide you through that process, helping you get offers accepted in this crazy market. So do me a favor if you like content like this and hit that subscribe button. So as I mentioned, networking with high producing real estate agents all across the country and talking about what they're doing in order to get offers accepted. Without going completely crazy, waiving everything, that was how I posed the question is, what are you doing outside of just waiving everything and giving away the farm, if you will, in order to stand out? And the things that came up the most were shortening contingency periods, shortening the escrow period, having your lender call the other side, introduce themselves, reiterate how strong of a borrower you are, that sort of thing. Waiving appraisal seems to be the norm amongst a lot of real estate agents out there, a lot of clients writing offers right now. It seems to be one of the things that a lot of people are doing is waiving the appraisal contingency. But what else are people doing? Now, we've talked about escalation clauses and how you can, escalate your offer above the highest offer up to a certain point and all of that good stuff. But what else can you do? Well, some agents told me that their clients are doing things like paying seller fees. So typically when you purchase a property, the buyer has certain fees, the seller has certain fees. Well, their buyers are offering to pay some of those seller fees. So maybe they're offering to pay the transfer tax or their portion of the escrow fee if you're in an escrow state. Maybe they're paying their portion of the title insurance. They're doing things like not asking for home warranties, not asking for certain fees. They're also, in some cases, paying the commissions of the real estate agents themselves instead of having the seller pay them. So typically speaking, traditionally speaking, the seller is one of, responsible for paying the real estate agents. They're responsible for paying the listing agent and the buyer's agent. In some cases, these buyers are writing into their offer that, hey, we'll pay our own agent. We'll actually pay your agent's commission as well if you accept our offer. So they're doing some of these out of the box things in order to help their offer stand out. Now, we also heard people do things like, free beer, free pizza with their offer. Now, that seems a little bit crazy, but if it can help your offer stand out at all, maybe you're walking through somebody's property and you see that, they're a beer lover, that sort of thing. These are things that people are doing in order to help their offer stand out, and they're making it known up front that, hey, my client is willing to do free pizza and free beer. We actually had someone tell me that their buyer offered free pizza and beer for a year to the agent on the other side. I also had an agent in my market, veterinarian, offer free veterinary services for for a year if they chose their offer. So if you're a pet lover and you have that, that sort of background because they were a veterinarian, they could offer those services. So they were doing these out of the box things in order to help their offer stand out. Now, I know many of you are looking at this going, that's crazy. Like, I'm not going to do all of these additional things in addition to waiving my appraisal and offering over the asking price and what have you just to get an offer accepted. And that's completely okay. But if you're one of those people right now and you're competing and you're tired of losing out, these are some things that you can do in order to help your offer stand out in this environment. And another one that came up that we've talked about in other videos is buyers presenting their offers in person. Now, I realize in a lot of markets, a lot of real estate agents aren't allowing you to present your offers in person, but as a buyer, it's something that you should have your agent ask the other side if they're willing to do. It allows you to sit down with the seller, negotiate face to face. And in a market where you don't know what the other side is thinking in a lot of ways, you don't know what is going on, this is a way to help your offer stand out. Now, in addition to that, your agent should be calling the other side, finding out what's important to the seller. Now, we've talked about that in many, many videos, but it's important, right? You want to know what's important to the seller. Do they need a longer term escrow? Do they need something specific in the offer that you can write in there initially, maybe when the other offers aren't doing that, in order to help your offer stand out? So make sure you're doing that. And then lastly, probably the most common thing that came up when talking to real estate agents, when, asking that question, what are you doing in order to get your clients' offers accepted? And it came down to relationships. What does the relationships mean? It means, the agent actually knew the agent on the other side in some way. Maybe they dealt with them in the past. Maybe they were in their office. Maybe they were in their market. Whatever it was, there was a relationship there. And it might seem crazy that relationship gets your offer accepted. But, in a market that is, there's multiple offers coming in, a lot of unprofessionalism, if you will, a lack of communication. When an agent on the other side knows that they can work with another professional, maybe somebody, again, that they've had a relationship with, they're more likely to go with, the person that they know is going to do a good job. The person that they know is going to get the deal closed, not only for them, but for their clients, right? Because they're hired to represent their clients in the best way possible. And if they can, work with somebody that they know is going to do a good job, they're more than likely, that's going to help. Now, in some cases, that agent knows multiple people that are presenting offers. And so it's hard to use that relationship, but relationships do matter. And that's why in this market, it's in your best interest to make sure you're working with a professional real estate agent. I've said it over and over again. Don't just use the person that just got their license because you want to help them out. Make sure you're using somebody that understands the market, is a professional in the business and understands how, these little things like relationships can work in your favor and get your offer accepted. Now, if you don't know someone in your market, you need a professional real estate agent, reach out to me directly. Happy to put you in touch with, again, one of these people that I networked with, one of the 750 across the country, to guide you through the process. This is somebody that works like I do, will, give you white glove service and take good care of you. So hopefully some of these things stand out to you. Again, you're having to do some things outside of the box in this market in order to stand out. There's no clear-cut example that I could give you that's going to work every time, but using some of these in addition to, writing a clean offer up front could help you stand out and could get you in the game, get your offer accepted. So hopefully that's helpful. But if you have additional questions for me, do me a favor, reach out to me directly. I'm happy to have that conversation. But for now, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I appreciate the support. Hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.